Determine equation of the graph. So we have a graph which looks like a sinusoidal function. Now what we will try to do is to write an equation for this graph. Now in this set we have 6 videos. First 3 we have already done. This is the 4th one. Now 4th, 5th and 6th is like a test problem for you. So look at the graph, stop the video and then write down your solution. Once you're done, then look into my solution, okay? And this is how I'm going to do it. Now, in general, first let's write down the general equation which we are trying to fit into this graph or fit for the graph. So function f of x, which represents the sinusoidal function, can be written as f of x equals to a times f of, I'm still using function general f, so that I have a flexibility. I could write sine function or cosine function, which I'll figure out later when we get into the details, right? K times x minus p plus q. Now, here let's define our variables. What are a, k, p and q? Okay, so and how do we find them? So let me just draw a line here so that So here a is the amplitude. So amplitude can be found by finding maximum and minimum position of the function. So a can be written as a equals to maximum minus minimum divided by 2. Q is the shift in axis of symmetry. By how many units does it shift up or down? So Q can be written as maximum plus minimum divided by 2. So it's kind of the average value, right, of the two. And K is number of cycles in a period of 2 pi. That is one way of looking into it. And we can also say K is 2 pi by t, time period. If you're drawing a graph in degrees, this one is in radians, then you could use 360 degree by t to find K, correct? So these are our basic things, and P tells us the phase shift, the starting point, how much off it is from the y-axis, xy, okay, y-axis. Now, let's try to do it. So what is our maximum here? The maximum value for us in this graph is plus 2. So we say, well, max is 2. Minimum value is minus 2. So minimum equals to minus 2. Now once we know maximum minimum, we can find a and q. We say a is maximum minus minimum, which is 2 minus minus 2 divided by 2, which is 4 divided by 2 as 2. Now q is average of the two. That means 2 plus minus 2 divided by 2. That is 0 divided by 2 as 0. Now what is the time period? To find the time period, we should figure out the scale. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divisions out of 2 pi. So each division is 2 pi by 6, right? Or pi by 3. So each division is pi by 3 for us, correct? So that is the scale. Now this is a good point to start with. So from here, the wave starts from here and completes at this point. So let's see how many pi by 3's do we cover from here to there. 1 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3, 3 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3, 5 pi by 3 and 6 pi by 3. That gives us 6 pi by 3 as time period. So we say t equals to 6 pi by 3, or k equals to 2 pi divided by 6 pi by 3. 6 pi by 3, right? So which is, this goes in the numerator, so that gives us 6 pi by 6 pi. So k is 1. So in this case, k is 1. K is 1, that means between 0 to 2 pi there should be only one wave. It makes sense, right? There is only one wave. So k is 1. That's perfect. So we got all these values. To find the phase shift, what should we do? Axis of symmetry q is at 0. So we'll draw a line at 0. There you are. And see, this is the point of intersection. Here is the starting point of sine wave. Sine wave actually starts a bit before than the normal sine wave. And how many units before? 1 unit, which is equivalent to pi by 3. So we say, well, the phase shift for us, that is P, is because it is left minus pi by 3. So that is for the sine wave. And for this function, sine function is a better function to draw. Correct? So what we will do now is, we'll write down all the things which we have already got. So that we have A equals to 2, Q equals to 0, time period is okay, but K we want, K is 1, and P is minus pi by 3. Correct? So these are our parameters which define the function. So now we can write the function f of x as equal to A, which is 2. Sine function we are choosing, right? So we say sine. K is 1, so no need to write, it's 1, right? X minus of minus, that means plus pi by 3. And Q is 0, so that's it. So that is our answer for the given graph. So now do the next two.